and you buy that one time, and then you could hypothetically save that amount of money every time. It's an investment. You do it one time and you're set forever. I want to do kind of a different video here. I did something the other day I normally don't do. I got my oil changed at the dealership, the Infiniti dealership. I normally do my own oil changes, but I got a coupon in the mail, $29.99 synthetic oil change, inspection, and free detail. Basically, they washed the car, put some stuff on the wheels and tires, and wiped the interior out and vacuumed it. So $29.99, that's basically the cost of the oil. So let somebody else do it, see what it does. Well, part of the reason I did that was I wanted to see what all they tried to tell me was wrong with my car, what all they tried to sell me, That video will pop up there. I'm gonna break down everything they told me was wrong with my car, what all they recommended for my car. But what I wanna do in this video is I wanna break down the money you would save doing your own oil change versus going to the dealer. What we're gonna do is I have the work order for my oil change, what they charged, what the cost was, etc., etc., etc. Then what I'm gonna do is I'm literally just gonna go to walmart.com. I'm gonna pull up the parts we need, which will be a filter and 5 quarts of oil. Even though they charge me for 6 quarts of oil, capacity on this car is 5.2 quarts, so they charge me for 6. Because the way the dealer works, because I was buying a thermostat for my car because I'm gonna do a coolant flush, I can literally look in the back and see the parts. They get them by the boxes. The little square boxes have 6 quarts in them. They had pallets of those back there. So I'd say it's probably just as cheap for them, if not cheaper, than to get it in bulk and use it as a little gun. So they charge you for 6 quarts, even though they only use 0.2, and then they probably use that 0.2 for somebody else and just keep charging everybody those 6 quarts. So I'm gonna break down to you on the paperwork here what the costs were, what they used, then we'll go to walmart.com, find comparable oil and a comparable filter. We'll do some math and we'll see how much money you can save by doing your own oil changes. So the dealer uses Mobil 1, 5W30, okay? It's full synthetic. I have no problem with Mobil. I do prefer Valvoline or Castrol. It goes like Castrol, Valvoline, Mobil. For me, you use whatever you want to do. They also used a Nissan genuine filter. The only part they use that I normally don't replace is they did replace the washer drain plug at $1.50. I don't replace those every time. I try and see if whenever I get into the car to look at the drain plug, if it's been leaking, I'll grab another one. I get one in advance, wherever. But let's break this down, okay? $124.68 is what they wanted for an oil change without the coupon. With the coupon, it was $43.23 with the $6 service fee and tax and stuff and makes it $43.23. Okay, still not a bad price for an oil change. But let's break down these other costs here. Okay, the filter is $12.50. Okay, $12.50 for a genuine Nissan filter. So what we're going to do is literally go over here to walmart.com, oil filter. Okay, so let's just pick the cheapest one. Here is $3.84. We're not going to go with the cheap one. Okay, we want something kind of in the middle, because to me that's where a factory filter is at. It's not at the top, it's not at the bottom. So let's hypothetically say we want this guy, Fram, $8.97 ultra synthetic. Okay, let's see what else we can get him. Okay, $11.44. How about we do that? Mobil 1 filter, go with our Mobil 1 oil. Sounds like a plan to me. $11.44. Okay, so we're at $11.44. So we've already saved $1. Dollar adds up. Okay, so now we go down here to 6 quarts of Mobil oil, $10.99 a quart. So basically $11 a quart, $65.94. Okay, let's look at this. Mobil 1. Mobil 1 5W30. Okay, 530 regular. That's 5 quarts. That's $27.97 for 5 quarts. Okay, so can we buy? There is a quart, $8.78. Okay, so 6 quarts. Let's do some math, guys. Show you some math here. All right, 6 quarts of Mobil 1. Okay, let's do this. 8.78 times 6 equals $52.68, and they wanted $65.94. But here's where you get your real savings, by buying the jug. 27.97 plus 8.78, 36.75 versus 65.94. So it's $29.19 difference we have just saved just on the oil, $29.19. Okay, and that's if you factor in 6 quarts. Hypothetically saying, if you do your own oil, 0.2 quarts of oil, you're going to have that laying around from an old job, or a quart of oil you've got laying around, or if you want to put in STP oil treatment or Lucas oil treatment or whatever, you can come up with 0.2 quarts of oil somewhere, okay? But let's just say we're going to compare apples to apples, 6 quarts, 6 quarts, okay? So let's do some math here, all right? I'm going to add in the $1.50 washer that they changed just for math purposes, okay? So let's do some math here. We'll do $11.44 for our filter, plus $27.97 for the 5-quart jug, plus 8.78 for the 1 quart, plus $1.50 for the washer. So now we are at $49.69 plus tax, plus 6% in Kentucky makes it $52.67.14. That's everything. Versus $124.68. Okay. We'll write this number down. $52.67. Actually, let's just do this. Add this quart. Do this guy. Add the cart. Oil filter. Okay. $48.19. Continue to check out. According to the Walmart website, if I get this stuff picked up curbside, it's $53.47 estimated total, okay? $53.47, let's write that down. That math's a little bit different than mine, but, oh, it's because of the $1.50 washer. That's what it is. Tax and stuff. All right, $53.47. Okay, so $124.68. Minus 53.47. It's $71.21 you saved by changing your oil one time. Now, I know some people are going to say, well, you know, you got to buy ramps and a drain pan and tools, on and on and on. You got to have some place to change your oil. Okay, a drain pan and ramps and tools are a one-time purchase. I guarantee you could buy a drain pan and a set of wrenches or ratchets and ramps for a jack and jack stands or whatever for basically that $70. I know somebody's gonna say, oh, you can't do that, you can't do that. How much is a set of ramps? A set of ramps at Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight. Okay, set of ramps, $59.99. These are just buy these once and you're done. A drain pan is like $5, and you can literally buy a cheap, crappy Walmart ratchet, like Hart brand ratchet set. And you buy that one time, and then you could hypothetically save that amount of money every time. It's an investment. You do it one time and you're set forever. So where does the extra money come from? Well, there's $31.50 in labor. We've got the extra money for the oil that we saved. There's the $6 fee for parts and shop supplies that you don't have to pay. So I recommend you do this type of math, okay? And you don't have to go to Walmart. You can go to Advance. You can go wherever. And like I said, if you wanted to be really, really thrifty, let me show you something here. If you wanted to be really, really thrifty, you could literally run the SuperTech oil, which is the store brand. Full synthetic, it's Dexo certified, it carries all the certifications, $18.98, okay? And then you could literally run the SuperTech oil filter. Now, when I used to run the automotive department at Walmart for years, SuperTech oil filters were made by the same company that makes Fram and Mobil 1. So I'm not saying they're just as good, but they're made by the same company. They're made in America. I guarantee you they're made in the same plant. So $384. So we're at roughly $19 for oil, $4 for filter, $23 plus tax. 25 bucks, you can have full synthetic oil change, and those filters and oil are rated for 10,000 miles. So if you really wanted to get cheap, you could cut that cost in half again. It will pay you in the long run to do your own oil because you get the experience and you know it's done right. Plus you can do it whenever you want to, whenever you have time. You don't have to schedule an appointment. You don't have to go sit at the dealer for an hour. And you avoid this. Like if you spent 25 bucks there, you've saved $100 roughly on doing your own oil change. It's just something to think about. There are some jobs like alignments, bodywork, whatever, that I will take, having tires put on, I will take my tires and have somebody mount and balance them for me. Just be done with it. There are some big jobs you don't want to tackle on your own. It's up to you, whatever you feel comfortable doing. You know, I've done a lot of stuff, as you'll see in the playlist that pops up. I've done almost all the maintenance on my car, getting ready to do even more. But just something to think about, something as simple as an oil change. You can save like right at $100 bucks, 75 bucks, whatever. It's how much money you want to spend. Just be smart about it.